We expect to hear from Trayvon Martin's mother, who's speaking out today. Sabrina Fulton, she is taking part in a panel. This is at the National Urban League Conference out of Philadelphia. We expect her to speak any moment now. So as soon as she does, we're keeping an eye on the event. You see that live camera there. We are going to bring that to you live, her remarks.
Meanwhile, Trayvon's mother says it is devastating to hear the comments from the latest juror to speak out about the trial.
So that juror told ABC News that she feels George Zimmerman got away with murder, but she says the law wouldn't allow for a conviction.
What was your first vote?
My first vote was second-degree murder.
Second-degree murder.
In between that 9 hours, it was hard. A lot of us that wanted to find something bad, something that we could connect to the law. For myself, he's guilty because the evidence shows he's guilty.
He's guilty of?
Killing Trayvon Martin. But as the law was read to me, if you have no proof that he killed them intentionally, you can't say he's guilty.
Did you want to step out at all? Did you want to
I was
quit?
the juror that was going to give him the hung jury. Oh, I was. I fought to the end. I mean, it's hard for me to sleep. It's hard for me to eat because I feel that I was forcibly included in Trayvon Martin's death. And as I carry him on my back, I'm hurting as much as Trayvon Martin's mom is. Because there's no way that any mother should feel that pain.
But you feel in your heart of hearts that you and the jury approached it and came with a decision, and you stand by that decision to this day?
I stand by the decision because of the law. If I stand by the decision because of my heart, he would have been guilty.
Well, we've now from two jurors about what went on inside the jury room and how they reached this decision to find Zimmerman not guilty.
Their reviews shed new light on the deliberations and importantly how they interpreted the law. Joining us to talk a little bit more on this is defense attorney and former prosecutor Tanya Miller. When you first heard that juror B29 comment about the deliberation, what went through your mind? It sounds like she wanted to convict of something.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little confused at first. You know, why is she saying this right now? She's sending very mixed messages. She's saying on the one hand, he got away with murder. And then on the other hand, she's saying, I believed it, but because of the law, I couldn't find him guilty of that. And so that, to me, is very confusing because if she believed, in fact, that the prosecution proved their case, she was absolutely empowered to vote guilty. So I'm not sure if she is confused or what exactly is going on here or why she came on TV to say this.
Do you think that she didn't understand the law or understand the jury instructions, that she felt there was nothing? Or, I mean, what could make her go from second-degree murder to acquittal?
Well, she feeling it morally he committed murder, but legally
maybe. I mean, that could explain why there's this sort of dichotomy between the two ideas she has. One, he's guilty of murder. The other, I have to acquit him. And we heard this from juror B37 too, this idea that we felt we had to do it because of the law. I think all of the jurors in this case were confused about the law. I think that the defense did a good job of telling them what they believed the law meant. The prosecution maybe could have given this juror, B29, a little bit more ammunition to go back in that jury room and argue for her position and why her position was supported by the law. And I don't think they did that.
Does it surprise you that she was able to be convinced? I mean, that really is a very unique situation, being a part of a jury. I was just part of a jury for 2 days, a little fender bender. But, you know, the prospect of all 12 of us coming to an agreement, unanimous agreement, it was very stressful and people push. Do you think she was just pushed?
I think that could have possibly happened. I think that is absolutely a possibility. Look, when you're the sole juror back there, holding this position that nobody else has, and you don't really feel you're equipped to argue your position effectively, it can be very isolating. They were sequestered, they were away from their families, the world was watching. You know, I'm sure she sort of felt like, well, I'm trapped. I don't really know how to get my position, get the other side to agree to my position, and we've got to do something. So she may have been bullied or beaten down or sort of persuaded harshly. She didn't really give that indication, but that's not uncommon during juror deliberations.
All right, Tanya, thanks so much, Miller.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
It's amazing.